TWC has a total appropriation of approximately $1 billion per year. With about 85% federally funded, nearly 70% of TWC appropriation is block grant allocated to local workforce development areas for boards to deliver workforce services and provide support services. Each workforce area receives allocations from several funding streams. Each funding stream has its own purpose, eligible populations to be served, and limitations on how the funds may be used. It is the board's responsibility to determine, within the parameters given, how to meet the needs of its local communities. In addition, part of that responsibility is to determine how to size the program. In other words, given the funding available, determine the number of participants who can be served and the mix of services that is appropriate. The largest TWC federally funded program is Child Care Services. Child Care provides subsidized child care services needed by low-income families seeking to become independent from or who are at risk of becoming dependent on public assistance, while parents are either working or participating in educational or training activities. Boards have the flexibility to target funds for children of teen parents and for children with disabilities. The goal is to provide affordable, accessible child care that is safe and supports the physical, social, emotional, and intellectual development of children. Child care funds may be used to increase the availability of early childhood development programs and before-school and after-school programs. Other major TWC federally funded programs include the Workforce Investment Act of 1998 created a system to provide the framework for the delivery of workforce services and support services. The WIA system is designed to provide activities that increase the employment, job retention, and earnings of participants. The Workforce Investment Act provides funding for services to assist adults, dislocated workers, and youth. Training services may include occupational skills training, including training for non-traditional employment, on-the-job training, or OJT, programs that combine workplace training with related instruction, which may include cooperative education programs, training programs operated by the private sector, skills upgrading and retraining, job readiness training, entrepreneurial training, adult education and literacy activities provided in combination with another service, and customized training. Temporary assistance for needy families. Choices Services provide job search assistance and support services to people receiving cash assistance benefits through the TANF Block Grant. Support services may include child care, transportation, and work-related expenses for clients to participate in program activities and to accept and maintain employment. Any parent in a household receiving TANF, including a teen parent, may be required to engage in work activities or participate in choices activities to continue receiving TANF. Federal law establishes state and individual work participation rates for clients in the program. The participation rate is based on the total number of clients who are required to participate. The legislators set targets for TANF client participation tied to TWC's funding in the appropriations process. Each board's success is combined to meet an overall statewide target. Failure by Texas Workforce Commission and the boards to achieve the required TANF performance can result in substantial financial penalties levied against the state. Failure to meet individual work participation rates without good cause is reason for the family to lose eligibility for the cash grant and to incur other penalties. Employment Services provides universal job matching and recruitment services for the local workforce development system. ES also includes migrant and seasonal farm worker outreach services and agricultural recruitment services. Boards are responsible for the planning, development, and oversight of ES. Although state law directs TWC to provide block grant ES to the boards, the United States Department of Labor requires state merit staff to deliver these services. As a result, Texas Workforce Commission employees provide ES at the Career Center under the guidance of the Center Manager. Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program Employment and Training requires persons aged 16 to 59 who receive food stamp benefits to participate in employment, training, or work-related activities unless they are exempt under the law. Trade Adjustment Assistance is a federal program that helps trade-affected, dislocated workers locate new jobs as quickly and effectively as possible. Amendments to the Federal Trade Act of 2002 ensure that early intervention strategies, as with WIA, will offer rapid, suitable, and long-term employment for adversely affected workers. The TAA Act assists eligible clients with WIA and other services through the Workforce Solutions Office. It provides trade-affected workers with core and intensive services, including case management, funded by WIA or other programs with training services funded through TAA. TWC annually allocates funds to workforce areas and assigns related performance targets. Boards receive allocated funds to provide workforce training and services. However, with those funds comes the responsibility to meet performance standards. If you have specific funding questions regarding your workforce area, please contact your board chair or executive director. Thank you for investing your time in listening to this podcast.